Welcome back to week 22 of Amped Online. If this is your first week joining us, we're so glad you're here.
As you can see, beauty comes in all forms.
Just not that one. No, sorry.
Well, anyway, be sure to have your parents text the number 704-343-8955 if you're not already on our mailing list. You'll get some really cool stuff in your mailboxes.
I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything. I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything. I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything.
Today we're going to be talking about the story of Esther. Hey look, there's Esther in the tie-dye shirt. And the king of Persia with his, broom. He was looking for a new queen because he fired his old one. And he didn't like any of the girls that he saw. He told all of the girls to go through 1 year of beauty school to get a beauty transformation so that they would be beautiful for him. He only liked the beautiful girls. So Esther and her friend here, Esmeralda, went to go get ready together for the big reveal. As you can see, Esther was doing Esmeralda's makeup so beautifully. Wow, just great. And then Esmeralda did Esther's makeup, and she just looked so beautiful. Didn't they both just look so great? Well, then it was time for the big reveal to the king. The girls were so excited to show the king their new looks. They wanted to be queens so badly. The king came up and, he did not like Esmeralda, but he really did like Esther. He thought that she was beautiful, and he chose Esther as his new queen. Sorry, Esmeralda. Then there was this guy, Mordecai. Oh, hey, that rhymed. Anyway, Mordecai found out that Esther was the new queen and warned her not to tell anyone that she was Jewish. Then the king decides to make this guy, Haman, he's the evil guy, by the way, this royal official so that he had power in the kingdom to do what he wanted. Haman got mad at all the Jewish people because one of them wouldn't bow down to him, so he decided to go and kill all the Jewish people. Who does he think he is? What an evil guy. Esther and the king had no idea that Haman was doing this, so Mordecai went up to Esther and told her what was going on and said that she needed to do something about it. Esther knew that if she wanted anything to change, she would have to ask the king to do something about it. So she invited the king to dinner that night to have a conversation with him. That night at dinner, the king was just in a really bad mood, and Esther knew that he was going to have to be in a good mood if he was going to listen to her. So Esther decided to wait and tell him at a different time. So Esther invited the king to dinner for a second night. Luckily, the king was in such a better mood, and they were able to have a conversation about it. Esther told the king exactly what was going on with Haman and how Haman was trying to kill all the Jewish people just because one of them wouldn't bow down to him. The king had had enough. He was so angry with Haman. He was like, we have to do something about this. This will not happen in my kingdom. So the king went and found Haman, and he was chasing him because he wanted him to be punished for what he had done. Esther was so relieved because she was Jewish and she was one of the people that Haman wanted to kill. So she was so happy to save her people. Oh, there goes Haman running from the king. Wonder if the king will catch him, finally. Today's Bible verse comes from the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 21. A person may have many plans in their heart, but the Lord's purpose wins out in the end.
For this week's craft, you're going to be making some affirmation popsicle sticks. Since school's about to start, we want you to remember that you got this.
Now follow along as Macy shows you some examples of how to do this.
Hi guys! For this week's craft, we are going to be writing some positive affirmations on popsicle sticks. So let me show you what I did for mine. On my first one, I wrote, "You are loved." I did some smiley faces so that I could decorate it and it would be personal. For my second one, I just wrote, "You've got this." I did some lines. I thought it was cute. And for my last one, I said, "You are so smart." So feel free to write whatever you want as long as it's positive and encouraging to yourself and others. And decorate it however you want. Just make it personal and make it really cool and unique. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week.
This week's craft was to create affirmation popsicle sticks. For our weekly challenge, make sure to send in a picture of your popsicle sticks.
Hi guys! Now that I'm back in my normal clothes, let me tell you why the story of Esther is so important to us. You see, Esther was the least likely person to be chosen for Queen of Persia. But God chose her because He had a plan for her. When the time was right, she was chosen to save all of her people. She could only do that having the power of being queen. So that's why God made her queen. We all have a purpose from God, even if we don't know exactly what it is. We just have to trust that He's got a purpose for us.
The bottom line for this week is God created you for a purpose.
Make sure to get your parents to text the word AMPed to
704-343-8955.
Ow! To be entered on our mailing list if you aren't already on there.
And make sure to get your weekly challenge picture submitted by this Wednesday to be entered into our drawing for a surprise mystery box.
Thank you so much for joining us this week. We hope you had fun.
See you next week.